Hi everyone, Miranda Pitrone back here with you, and today we have a little time to do a lovely ornament, and I have these plain blue glass ones that will do this lovely design on it, and I'm super excited, and I think we'll add a little bit to it, but this will be kind of the basic idea of what we're going to start off with. And I'm going to be using dotting tools today, and only 2 colors of Decoart paint, so it should be super simple. All you need is an ornament and some dotting styluses. Alright everyone, so these are the items we're going to start with. Just a couple colors from the multi-surface line, dotting tools, and a glass ornament. I have vanilla shake and turquoise water there for my paints. And I just am holding my ornament with a palette. I've seen lots of different ways you can hold it, but I just have it set in a clean palette here so it won't roll away on us when we're trying to paint. It's a little dusty here from being in storage. So we're going to start off with the vanilla, and I just want to get my ornament situated here so we can start off with a large center dot here of the vanilla, and I'm going to use the large dotting stylus. The ball end of this is about 3 millimeters, and I'm just going to dip it with a heavy load of paint here and kind of make a center point for the start of our design. And this doesn't allow for anything bigger than the 3 millimeters, so I'm just going to push it around into a circle like that because I want it a little bit bigger than what my dotting tool allows for. Now I'm going to use the other end, which is smaller. It's probably about 1/4 of a millimeter, a couple millimeters. And I'm just going to go on the bottom and then on the top, and then as opposed to a plus sign like the usual mandalas, we're going to go on the 45-degree angles here and just put 2 on either side, and that way we'll just have 6 points. And I'm still using the vanilla shake, which I'll probably do for a while here. Alright, so I'm thinking we'll go with the little tiny cuticle dotter that we have that makes ovals. And I'm going to use the flat end. You can also use a flat brush for this, or a small screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver. I'm just going to use the flat end of this to make some little petal-like shapes, little ovals in between the dots that we just put down. These are fun. It gives us a little bit of negative space in between, and just a different shape other than a dot that we're all used to. So I just kind of rock the tool back and forth just to make sure I get an even layer of paint put down on the ornament. And that way too, they're all the same size. Alright, so this is my etcher. Most of you know what this is. I broke an end off of one of the dotting tools, and it's pretty sharp, about the size of a toothpick when you're dotting. And I'm just going to steal a little bit of that vanilla from each of these wet dots and put a tiny dot above just to give us some length out here so we can start the swipe design a little bit higher out. I think I'll throw a couple little dots down the bottom here in between these two. And like I said, it's probably about the size of a toothpick, so it's very pointy. There we go. Just fill those in a little there. So now I'm going to take one of the other dotting tools, and so it's the rounded end, not my sharp edger end. And we're going to start at the top of those little dots we made and just kind of make a curl down to a swipe. So it's like you're putting a dot and then go up just a little bit to make a hook. So dot and then up a little and around. Start at the top of the little dot and then up and around, and we'll just go down to about the center of each of the petals that we put down. There you go. I'm going back to my etcher. See if I can steal some paint here. Oh, maybe from the center a little bit more. And around where our bend starts, we're just gonna do some little swipes along here. Let's just fit 3 in there. And each one that's on the bend of that one, that's a little bit farther down, and then this one's a little bit farther down. So you're just kind of angling them in. Kind of like when I do the spiral mandalas. So again, this is the edger end. I'm just doing 1, 2, 3 on the end of every big swipe. There we go. You can see how you get like a spiral effect going. Alright, now I'm back to the normal size, and I think I'm going to start go at the top of each of the little swipes that we did, and we're going to do one of those big curved ones again. Make it kind of hook around, drag it to the next little one. I think that's about the right length. So dip it, start at the little, hook it up and around, go to the next third little tiny swipe. And we're going to do that all the way around. It just takes a little practice. Don't get nervous about the swipes. Just determining the length and how far it'll go. On these ornaments, the glass, you can drag them a little bit farther, which is fun. You can drag that tail out far. If you're doing it on rough stone or wood, it's not going to go as far. Canvas also, it starts to soak in pretty quick, so these glass ornaments are fun to kind of see what you can do with the drags on the swipe. And then I think just like we did with the other one, we'll do some little angled swipes on top of these longer ones. Just kind of making up my own snowflake type of idea here. Maybe 2, 3, let's see, maybe we'll fit 3 on. Let's see where that goes. How are you guys doing? You finding the swipes a little easier now with the dotting tools? I think you just gotta go for it. Steal it from that one, see if I can do it. There we go. So there we have a little more of a development with our design. I think now we have to go a little vertical and give our snowflakes some branches here. So I'm just debating where we'll do them, probably in here, and just do a swipe down on each of the larger ones. We'll just pull a swipe down over each of those, because that's kind of where we have the space here. And so I did a larger swipe. I'm just gonna hook in, how many can I fit? Probably 3. And curl them down along parallel with the large one that we started off with. And I'm using the etcher again, so it would be a smallest dotting tool. And we'll do that on either side. Let's toss a couple of little dots at the end here, just to kind of make it look a little dainty, give a little additive to it. So a longer one, and then we just kind of come in with the smaller end and swipe down along. And they don't have to be perfectly spaced like before either. They don't have to be perfect. Just tuck them on in there. It's art. Just enjoy these. They make great gifts. You can make a bunch and have your tree have a bunch of your own personal ornaments. And we'll just tuck one in there. There we go. I know sometimes a design idea can be daunting, but just kind of go with it. See where you can tuck things into the spaces. Try different types of designs, different shapes, dots, lines, triangles. Just throw them on in there and see what happens. I mean, you can always do it different next time, right? Alright, how are you guys doing? That one's a little bit longer than the rest, but we'll make it work here. That's the fun thing about something that's handmade too, that you know you're making it your own. Obviously a machine didn't do this. It's not all perfectly done. And the thing I really want to stress about the swipes is just taking your time. You'll get the hang of it. Just enjoy it. Just start slow, put the paint down, and gently just pull the paint out into a line. And that's the easy thing about the dotting tools, is it makes these swipes a lot easier. With the brush, it's a little bit of a different technique. We have a nice little snowflake design developing here. There we go. We'll just put our 3 little dots along the side here and at the top. There we go. And have a fun little design. So you can leave it like this, just as the white, and you have a great little snowflake design. And while I was working on this one for you guys, I tend to work on multiple things at once, so I had another one going here as well, just with a little bit of a different take. You can see at the top I got off kilter and just kind of put it crooked, but it's alright. It's a unique little ornament. Now we're going to let this dry a little bit so we can put a little blue on the top. Not a lot, because I kind of really like the white. So the turquoise waters, just a reminder, the one that we were going to use. And like I said, both of these are multi-surface, and they cure on their own. They'll air dry in 7 days. So let's put a big old dot here in the center. Like I said, I don't want to do too much because I really like the white, so we're going to go to the little smaller one now and probably just do a couple little dots here and there to just give it a touch of blue, just to kind of break up the monotony of the white but not overshadow it. So I'll do a little dot at each petal here, the bottom. Thinking maybe just a dot or two on some of our longer swipes. I'll just do a dot at the beginning of each one, I think. And then maybe we'll just do a dot or two at the top of the long swipes up here. And I think that'll do it. Like I said, I don't want to do too much and overshadow it. Just a little frosty blue here and there. have a fun little snowflake type mandala for your ornaments. Thank you so much for doing this with me today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Just something a little different. In Christmas time, you know, snow is going to be coming. So if you are new to my channel and want to know when I'm putting out other videos, just hit the little bell on the subscribe button and you'll get notified whenever I put a new one out. And as always, I have my own website now, mirandapitrone.com, mirandapitroneart.com. I don't even know the name of my own site. And then it's a one-stop shop for everything. So here's our Decoart paints for today and the tools we used. And I hope you all have an awesome day. Happy painting.